Hello all, it was I, Dr. Packrat, and welcome back to Packrat Reads SCPs. And today I have a very special tale for you. It is one I've written myself. It's about the old man. I hope you all enjoy, and happy holidays. MTF Delta 14, Winter Wonderland, Post-Mission Debrief Log, Date 12/26/2023. Interview, Dr. Packer. Interviewee, Captain George of MTF Delta 14. Begin interview. Dr. Packard. Hello, Captain. As I've been informed, SCP-4666 was successfully captured and has been contained. Now Captain George interrupts. Packard, tell me, are the kids okay? Yes, Captain, I am unable to disclose all the details, but what I can tell you is that they are all given amnestic treatment and are placed in the care of relatives. The cover story is airtight. Now tell me about the mission. Fine, it was what was expected in our Weissenach event. Body camera footage transcribed by on-site AI. Date 12/24/2023. MTF Delta 14 are responding to a Weissenach event near Haines, Alaska, after ASRP picked up on several warning signs of SCP-4666 in the area. Units are disguised in vehicles made to look like typical Alaskan highway patrol cars. Units are armed with both lethal and non-lethal weapons, loaded with tracer rounds containing a Foundation tracking chip. Time, 11:13 p.m. The Creed cars pull into the driveway of the resident's home. The front door is broken down and the team enters quickly. SCP-4666 is seen standing over several bodies. Blood and symbols cover the walls. MTF Delta 14 open fire on SCP-4666. Captain George, Private Kyle, and Lieutenant John, all three have confirmed hits on SCP-4666 before the entity is able to flee the scene. Captain George, Private Kyle, and Lieutenant John check the bodies while the remaining members of the team sweep the rest of the home. Audio transcript. Lieutenant John. We have a live one here. Get the medical kit and call me a medical team. Lieutenant John hands the captain a Foundation medical kit and begins first aid. A Foundation medical team is dispatched and expected to arrive within 15 minutes. While Captain George was performing first aid on the subject, the rest of the team arrive back into the room and report nothing notable within the home and begin the cleanup and place the deceased in body bags. Local law enforcement have been provided a cover story of a home invasion where special units have been called in to respond. The bodies were taken to the nearest site. Foundation medical personnel retrieved the injured subject and took her to the closest site as well. MTF Delta 14 followed. Interview log continued. So as we understand, your team managed to make several hits on the target. I wish it was more than that. I wish we would have killed the expletive redacted thing. Dr. Packard. I understand, Captain, but please settle down and tell me about the location your team was dispatched to. It was at Thing's lair. If evil was a place, it would be there. Transcribed body camera footage. MTF Delta 14 were dispatched to the remote island of Corvin, Alaska, after the tracker led to this location. The team arrives on an unmarked Black Hawk helicopters. They land on a flat area on a cliff face. Captain George was leading the group until they reach the top of a large cliff, which takes approximately 25 minutes. The team searches for 15 minutes until finding a false hole which leads to a pit. Depth debated anywhere from 10 miles to redacted miles deep. Climbing equipment is removed from agents' packs, and they begin descending into the area. After 20 minutes, the team encounters the first hole in the ice and identify a group of 3 children in poor condition. The children are crafting an unknown object and do not notice the agents who continue descending. Several more groups of children are found until the agents reach an area with a floor. The team spot 3 doorways. They check the first area and find a dirty kitchen area with a fire burning. The second doorway is filled with human remains. The team hear an unknown noise coming from the third doorway and take cover. Private Kyle signals to Captain George that the target is in the room, and the captain gives the order for the room to be flashbanged. The order is followed, and agents fill the room, identifying SCP-4666 in a dazed and agitated state. The team open fire. SCP-4666 lunges towards the team, throwing 2 members at the ice wall and injuring them. The gunshots continue, and SCP-4666 has taken hundreds of confirmed hits. Subjects attempt to grab Lieutenant John. however, pulls back quickly after the agent used his attention AA-12 shotgun, destroying three of SCP-4666 fingers, which caused the subject to stumble back. After another 15 seconds of continued gunfire, the subject collapses. Believed to be killed, but shallow breathing confirms the subject is unconscious. Subject is restrained and a containment team called. SCP personnel recovered 947 children from the area, ranging in age from 3 to 16, and kidnapped from 2008 to 2023. Agents also recovered over 2,000 human remains, ranging in age from a few months to over redacted years old. 327 SCP-4666-A instances, both finished and unfinished, were also recovered. Continue the interview log. I've seen lots of things, Packard. Do you know what I've seen? Of course you do. This was different. It enjoyed what it was doing. Do you understand me? The other stuff I've seen, it either didn't care or didn't have a mind to enjoy it. But him, he knew what he was doing. That thing needs to be killed before it escapes and kills again. Dr. Packard. Captain, I understand your anger towards SCP-4666, but we do not just terminate an anomaly. I can file a request, but I doubt the Ethics Committee. Captain George interrupts. Ethics! I don't care what the committee says. Look at that thing. Look what it's done to all these people, these children, these families of civilians. It has to be killed while we have the chance. PDA system. SCP-4666 has breached containment. Staff are advised to enter lockdown until told otherwise. Captain George stands up and walks out of the room. Date 12/27/2023. Captain George is requested to be anesthetized and is given Class C amnestics.